everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm on Poshmark Canada, Rainbow Poops, and now Poshmark USA Rainbow Poops 1 and Instagram Rainbows After Midnight. I have like a line because I had my mask on. Anyways, I'm in a parking lot, nothing new here, and I wanted to talk about Poshmark USA. There's been a lot of people talking about this, especially for Canadians, because a lot of us can do it. We can post, we can sell on Poshmark US. The thing is how do you do this? What do you need? Oh, there's someone coming to their car beside me. So I'm gonna go over a few things, just some basic stuff. So we're going to start. It's pretty much going to be whatever I think about. I did ask on my Instagram if anyone had any questions. So there are a few things did pop up on there, and I'm going to mention them. But I kind of want to do more of like pros and cons to this as well. So first of all, we'll start at the beginning. What do you do? How do you set up an account? What do you need to do to start on Poshmark USA? First thing, you definitely need to see if you have a third-party shipping company available to you. That is your number one thing. You need to have a third-party shipper. If you don't, you probably are not able to do this. I don't think there's another way around it. I believe you need to have the third-party shipper. What is a third-party shipper, and where do you go? Where do you look? What do you do? Simple. Type in third-party shipping company near you, and you'll probably get some results. Now, a lot of companies that do it, I know, are Chit Chats. I don't know if they still take the pre-done label. I heard talks about that. I don't use Chit Chat, so I can't really let you guys know a lot of details about that company. If you are in Ontario, we have Stallion. That's what I use. And there's quite a few of them around in different cities in Ontario. I know there's a couple out in Alberta, so if you're out that way, definitely look into that because there are some out there. I know Nova Scotia, there is something out your way, and that's really all I really know. Again, you're going to have to research and see what's out there. So for Stallion, they have two different locations that are their main location. I think one's out like in Vaughan and Mississauga. But they have drop-off locations, and that's what I use. There's a ton of drop-off locations. The Toronto area, there's some down towards Niagara. We got Hamilton, we got London, and I'm not sure what other locations in Ontario, but there's quite a bit. Some have multiple, so definitely look into that because you need to use that. So, first up you're going to do is your third party. You're going to sign up for that. So we're going to use Stallion because that's the one I know. You're going to make an account on Stallion, and it'll ask you for different information. You put everything in there, you're good to go. Once you have your account, now you're going to need to make a Poshmark USA account. Just one second, there's somebody coming out of their car. Okay. So you need to use a different email than the email you've used for your Poshmark.ca. So use a different email for that. Sign up, make your account. You'll have your own username and everything. Regarding the payment part, because that would be like your third step, I wouldn't worry about that as of yet. There is TransferWise, which I know a lot of people have been using, and there are some fees in there, but I think a lot of these you're going to have fees. They're just very minimal, but you can set up for a TransferWise. I have not yet set up for anything. I also have to look to see, because I do have a US bank account, if that is compatible, because you can use a US bank account as well. So there are a few different options that you guys can do. You'd have to just look into it and see. But TransferWise is what people are saying. A small fee, it'll pretty much transfer your money into your bank account, and I guess that's what is recommended. So you would need an account and to sign up for that as well. Okay, so pretty much you got all your stuff. Now you got your third party, which is your main thing. If you don't have third party, you probably can't do this. Third party done, you got your account set up on Posh USA, and you're kind of thinking about what to use for your money transfers in there. I mean, you don't have to worry about that right now. I have nothing set up because I'm waiting to get some sales to come through. I've already made 7 sales. I've only been on Poshmark US for like 3 weeks. So, not too bad. But I do want to talk about some other things regarding this. Okay, we're going to go right into what's next. List your stuff. Obviously, you're going to have to list your stuff on Poshmark. Now, I would recommend, this is just for me because this is what was making me not really too sure about the Poshmark US. And I'm sure people are wondering right now. Returns. Oh, there was a question. Let me throw it back 2 seconds. A question on there about Stallion, if I'm using that in the prepaid label. Let me put this in before I forget. So what happens is you get the prepaid label from Poshmark. You put it on your package just like you would the Canadian one. But for using Stallion, you have to go into the website, which you have your own account already in there. And you have to enter the details. So you want to know the tracking number that Poshmark gave you and like their address or their name. You have to enter the information on there so that they can now track it. And Stallion does charge you, I think it's like 90 cents or $1 fee to take that over the border. Now I don't know if that fee changes depending where you live. I don't know if you're farther, like say Toronto area, if it's different or if it's the same all around. I don't know if it depends like how far you are from the border, if they increase it or not. So I did want to throw that one in there. Okay. Now into the listing, which is going to be our next topic. Wait, we just take a drink break. That's not bad. Ooh, I don't know if you guys heard that burp. Anyways, this is all real, so we're just going with it. So now you're going to list your stuff. So yes, you're going to have to list everything. I mean, you can use a third party. Again, I would not really recommend it because why spend extra money? There's different apps like List Perfectly and yada, yada, yada. If you're going on eBay and you have an American eBay account and American Poshmark account, you can use that to kind of cross-post. But let's not even consider that. Let's just say we just want to do the basics and we're new and we just want to list our stuff. Start listing your stuff and obviously check what other things go for. Remember, you do get paid in US dollars. The one thing I've noticed is American stuff, like their prices are cheaper. Yes, we do get paid more, but some of the stuff that we have listed or I have listed that I've seen on Poshmark Canada, you are not going to get anywhere near that on Poshmark US. It's a different market. It is so different. Don't be expecting to be posting a pair of like Adidas shorts for $25 or $30 or like a garage clothing, any like those lower end Canadian brands for like $30, $40. You're looking at like $8, $10. The stuff I see on there, I'm like, really? Like, it's so cheap. That's the way. That's how it is. There's a lot of people on there. There's a lot of buyers and a lot of sellers. Speaking of, I did post, I had a dress, a brand new H&M dress. I have sold a couple of these on eBay. I listed it. I looked up to see, obviously, what other people were selling them for. So many. So many. Honestly, I can't even tell you guys how many of that dress, like how many listings there were. I kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So I kind of took an average of what was on there and put that as my price, because I'm like, whoa, like it's very competitive out here. So yes, that is one of the disadvantages, is there's a lot of people on there and a lot of them will undercut you. They are going to put the cheapest price, $5, $8. I've also noticed, again, a lot of low ballers, like extremely low ballers on there. So I don't know if this is something common. I mean, it depends on the piece, but I've had a lot of low ballers. So something to consider is, yeah, you're going to get a lot of that stuff. But just do your research. The other thing I wanted to say before I kind of end this was the returns. This is what I was leery about, is the returns, because where does it go? If someone files a case against you and it's going to be returned, it's got nowhere to go. Now, I think you can make up some kind of like, I don't know, like a box. Like, it's kind of like a P.O. box, but not. Like a drop box. I'm not really sure. You'd have to look into that. For me, I have a friend that lives in Michigan, so she said I could use her address because she doesn't live very far. It's like about a 3.5 hour drive. So I do see her here and there, depending when the border does open. But I mean, worst case is I could just ship stuff back over. So that would bring me to my other point, is I would be very, very careful with selling high-end stuff on there. If someone opens a case against you, you need to make sure you know where that's going to go. I mean, you don't want to put $200 pair of shoes and someone opens a case saying they're damaged, maybe something you missed or something fell apart, who knows. And now where do those shoes go? They go nowhere. There's nowhere to go. So I would look into that. I don't know if there's some kind of thing, so again with Stallion, that if it goes back to their main office, if they have some kind of fee or some kind of box. But for me, like, I don't want to be driving an hour or two to go pick up an item. You know what I mean? Like, you got to kind of figure that out. So if you are selling on there, I would recommend, stuff that's a little not as valuable. So if you did get a return and you don't get it back, it's not like you're out a ton of money. So I would definitely consider that, because that is a very tricky thing. And again, that's what stopped me from selling on there, is I wasn't too sure. But if you do have like a friend or a family member in the States that can let you use their address to ship stuff back if, something happens, then definitely use that. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing too, because I'm trying to get the Posh ambassador. So of course, to do that, you need to buy something. That's the final, or one of the steps. So I'm going to buy something with my credits in the account, because I have already sold a few items. And I'm going to ship out a cheap item to my friend in Michigan. So I'll be able to do that and become Poshmark US ambassador as well. But yeah, hopefully this helps. I think I touched on a lot of the stuff. Yeah, again, like, it's a different market. Just be careful out there what you're doing. Make sure you do have that third party. Don't think you can use Canada Post, because that's not going to work. And if you guys have any questions or anything else, this is just like a quick overview. Leave it in the comments and let me know. And I think that's it. I think I talked for 13 minutes, so take a breath. All right, I'll see you guys later. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.